Friends, today we will see the principles of ecology. This is a new chapter. So in this principle of ecology, first we consider plant ecology, that is the ecosystem. So what is the ecosystem means? It's the structure of the ecosystem. Ecosystem is the two major components. One is abiotic and biotic. Okay. So how the photosynthetically active radiation, how the function of ecosystem. So it is the protection of the ecosystem, the primary productivity, community productivity, everything we can see in this lesson. Okay, so abiotic means non-living, biotic means living components. So abiotic components play a vital role. Autotrophic components, what do you mean by autotrophic? It means it's a manufactured organic compounds from the simple inorganic compound through the process called photosynthesis. This and all you can study in the lower classes. Photosynthetically active radiation, this is one of the function of the ecosystem. So total of the sunlight 34% that reaching the atmosphere, it reflects back into the atmosphere. Moreover, 10% held by ozone, water vapor and atmospheric gases, and the remaining 56% reach the earth surface. Out of this 56 only reach the earth surface. Okay, so it is a very important. PAR, what is the PAR? Photosynthetic active radiation. What is the PAR? Photosynthetically active radiation. It is generally millimoles we can report it. Okay, sir, it is a silicon photovoltaic detection with the detecting only 400 to 700 wavelength of light. Okay, PAR value range from 0 to 3000 millimoles. Okay, so PAR is 0, and during midday in the summer PAR often reaches 2000 3000 millimoles. This and all have to underline that. So very important questions at that 5-mark question. Productivity of an ecosystem, the rate of the biomass production per unit area in a unit time is called productivity. What is that productivity? The rate of biomass production per unit area in a unit time is called productivity. It can be expressed in terms of GM. Okay, primary productivity, secondary productivity, community productivity. What is the primary productivity? The chemical energy organic matter generated the autotrophs. Auto means self. Okay, in this process only we call it as a photosynthesis or chemosynthesis is called primary productivity. It is a source of energy for all organisms. Okay, next cross primary productivity. The primary productivity other further classified as the cross primary productivity. What is the cross primary? Total amount of the food energy, GPP, you are know that. Okay, total amount of food energy or organic matter biomass produced the ecosystem, we call it as a cross primary productivity. Okay, next net primary productivity, the propagation of the energy which remain after the respiration. Remaining what will having, so that is a total amount means that is a GPP, and the remaining amount means net to primary productivity. Okay, so how then both you have to equal the, because GPP minus respiration is a net primary productivity. Total productivity minus respiration we get a NPP. Okay, wow, you got my point. So whole biosphere, you know that GPP means total, respiration how the respiration will take a minus, if you have minus means the answer net primary you can consume. Okay, so whole biosphere is estimated to be about 170 billion tons so per year. So NPP of the ozonic produces the only 55 billion tons per year in unit time. Next is secondary productivity, the amount of energy stored in the tissue of the heterotrophs it consumes is called secondary productivity. Next, cross secondary productivity is equivalent to the total amount of the plant material is ingested by the herbivorous minus the material loss of ficus. Okay, so this is the cross secondary productivity. Net secondary productivity means energy biomass consumed per unit area per unit time. It's a very important, per unit, underline the word per unit area per unit time. Okay, after the respiratory loss is called net secondary productivity. So this is the secondary productivity. Next, third point is community productivity, the rate of the net synthesis of organic matter by a group of plants per unit area, but unit time is known as community productivity. Factor affecting primary productivity, the primary productivity depends upon the plant species of an area, the photosynthesis capacity, availability of nutrition, solar radiation, perception, soil type, topography. Based on this it is a different types of ecosystems. Okay, next, productivity of different ecosystem. Generally, the average word not primary productivity is to open ocean and tropical rainforest, the maximum amount aquatic and terrestrial ecosystem. Okay, the following graph represents the net primary productivity of various ecosystem. Okay, so see this concept at the tropical level in ecosystem, they are showing this average and the world net productivity. This is the they are showing in. Okay, open oceans and tropical rainforest, temperature forest and savanna. I can read that, then only it will be open ocean, tropical rainforest, temperature forest, savannas, taiga, conditional cells and agriculture, temperature. So this, based on this, the green color means that is a tropical rainforest. Okay, temperature forest 3 is a tropical, and savanna and taiga conditions the pink color, and yellow color is temperature grassland, woodland and estuaries and swamps and marshes. Do you know that? No, swamps and desert, lake, tundra region, Arctic and Alpine, extreme desert. So this is the average world net primary productivity. So where it is desert places and all very low is there, and after that grassland is okay, taiga okay, next to open oceans. Okay, this is the concept of the productivity. Okay, so next concept of tropical level in the ecosystem. Tropical level refers to the position of an organism in the food chain, and the number of organism in the food chain is that tropical level is equal to the steps of the food chain. This is the easy one. It's a lower class itself. We are the producer. So first tropical level is producer. That you know, the primary consumer. Okay, this is utilize the plant effect. So see this in the picture what they are saying. Fourth tropical, third tropical, second tropical, first tropical. First na producer, second means primary, third means secondary consumer, fourth means tertiary consumer. Okay va? So who's and all secondary carnivorous? Eagle. Primary carnivorous? Snake. Herbivorous? Rabbit. And after plants, that you know, self they are produce their own food. Okay, next we go for the herbivorous are eaten by the carnivorous, which occupy the third tropical level. They are also called secondary consumer or primary consumer. This is lower class itself. You study easy only. So if you read it, you can. What is that? How will be eat? How it will form the ecosystem? So what is that meaning is based on that everyone they will always they are likable only. Okay, they will follow. They will need for others. That only they are showing that who is omnivorous? Plants and animals are called both eater, omnivorous. Carnivorous, it is an animal eaters. That's all only they are showing in the food chain. Okay, next energy flow, next class we will see. Thank you students.